All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are taking a look at the weed sector with TLRY and ACB. Look, I wasn't wildly bullish on the last video, but yeah, I think I was expecting a little more than we see here, okay? And obviously we'll talk about the details shortly, but I do hope that there's one thing that jumps out at you. The 20 moving average, this orange line, is no joke, okay? I talk about it so many times, and you can clearly see what happened on this last week. As much as it wanted to break it, it just couldn't. And it's really why these are just some of the more important moving averages that we look at, right? So again, before we get into the details of what are we going to do, same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then look, my opinions are not perfect. I do not have a crystal ball that lets me see in the future. And yeah, I get things wrong. So if your opinion's better than mine, let me know, okay? I'm not here to like argue or hate, and I would love to hear what you got to say, okay? So let's get into it. And again, I really wasn't wildly bullish, right? Sorry to zoom in like that. I wasn't by any means saying we were going to break the 100, break the 200, right? But I thought we would have come a little closer to this 280 line, right? We have this nice little red staircase that you know I love so much. We've seen some decently big candles, and yeah, there were a couple moments, really this Tuesday as well, where it seemed like, okay, we're about to go make our way up, right? And ultimately, again, 20 moving average is no joke, all right? The 20 has failed so many times, and it's a sad thing. Not even talking about this stock, I'm talking about in general, right? So there's a reason why these two are first for a reason, and then why I talk about the 200 being last for a reason as well, right? But yeah, I mean, I think the comments are really the same from last week. Look, if this thing breaks the 20, the way it works is you break the 8, then you break the 20, then you break the 50, right? So we're still struggling to do what we couldn't do last week. There's still these reds that want to get filled, that want to at least take us over to, we haven't even wicked 275 yet, right? The highest we got was, what is that? 273, right? Couple cents, I get it, but like, right? I was talking about the 280s. We can't even break 275, you know what I mean? It's a little disappointing, right? But hey, at least I'm seeing a good little uptrend, right? I'm not going to necessarily draw it, you know, like I normally do with the things, but yeah, that's definitely trending up. End of the day, though, it's all about this 20 moving average. We have broken it as of Friday. Monday better confirm, right? And for me, so I'm actually I think I'm gonna delete some lines and redraw some lines because it's a little old, I think. Let's delete all 10. There's clearly some more in other places. Okay, so what do I care about for sure? Definitely that guy. All right, we need to break 266, but the sad thing too is, look, that's kind of already close to there, but at that point, we're starting to go for the 50, right? So this 266 is going to be an important line to break. Do I care about this one, this 283? Honestly, I don't think so. I think that's close enough to where we're just going to call that the 50 moving average. I will, though, I'll draw, I guess I'll take the higher one. And then let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, I like that. But I'll be honest with you, even putting this just kind of puts us, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this one as well. Really, I think this is the only one we need, aside from obviously these moving averages, right? Because I think the way that this thing should start moving by next week, we're going to fall into a couple of the places. I'll end up actually taking the top of this. It actually is I'm going to go ahead and even delete that because that's the 200, right? From there, look, if we can break the 200, it should be some pretty smooth sailing all the way up to almost 460, right? Because there is just so much red. We're trying to get out of this plateau right here, and this plateau has these two lines, right? So end of the day, Hopefully we break the 20 and make a move here. I like the MACD and I like the RSI. I'll go ahead and say that real quick. I like that we have the green line going up. I like that we do have the green line staying up right here. I like that they're both going uptrend. This is negative, but it's not that negative. And you know I really don't care about the MACD number too much. Volume is kind of pissing me off here, if you really want to know the truth. We have literally just kept going lower and lower. I'm obviously happy there's more green candles than red candles. There's obviously more buying than selling. That's a good thing. That's why we've chugged on up a lot. But volume going down, I think, is a real big reason we haven't broken this 20. If it was the other way around, if it was volume, I really think we would have even maybe destroyed the 50, if you really want to know the truth. So this is bad. Volume is king. You know my golden rules, right? You can't do much without volume, and I think this has a lot to do why the 20 failed, right? So, and look, you often hear me talk about a doji on a line is critical, and generally the next day should be very telling. I don't know how very telling I would say that this is. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm glad it went up instead of down, but yeah, this has me worried. I'll be honest. Again, it could very easily go up. This is good and this is good. It's all about volume, and I think this right here is our minimum. Like our 50 moving average actually looks like it's almost coming to that number right there too. But yeah, in my head, we have to be around the 13 million. This what is the 50 moving average at? 14 million, right? So 13, 14 million, that's the sweet spot for TLRY to start moving. Otherwise, I think we're just going to be at the mercy of the lines, all right? And hey, I already know what ACB looks like. ACB does not look good. I don't know if you're going to watch that part or not, right? But I like it when the sector does well together, not one all right and one bad. So, yeah. Looking at the weekly, where are we? Okay, this is an interesting weekly actually, all right? The week is obviously over. This is a finished candle. And in a lot of ways, I do like it, okay? This close, look, the top blue number is 261. We closed at 262. We went up. I'll take it, all right? Even by a penny is better than going down at all, right? So I'll take it. The doji on the daily and on the weekly, it definitely means uncertainty, and it means next week should be really telling, right? So I think next week should pretty much let us know what the truth is here. I don't like that this is going down. I don't like that this is going down. I don't like that this is going down, right? You see them. They're all downtrending, right? I wish there was a little bit of a curve. Maybe next week does well enough to go up, right? But yeah, doji this week definitely says by next Friday, we're either going to crush the 200. So we're either going to crush the 8 moving average, or we're going to kind of just keep sinking down, right? And if I zoom out, you know what going down means. That means losing this 266 and going into all-time lows. Look, this all-time low support line has done an amazing job, all right? One big bounce, one little bounce, one oscillation, hold on for the dear life so far, right? You do not want to lose 266. Obviously, we're already under it. We've technically lost it, right? But yeah, I'm kind of playing the oscillation game. I want to see if we can get over the 8 by Friday. What's over the 8 one more time? 280. 280 is critical for TLRY by Friday. 280 again brings us closer to that 50 moving average that really I was expecting this week, right? So let's see how it goes. Too close for me to call. By no means am I bullish or bearish. I'm still thinking we'll hit this 280. I just really don't know if we're going to hold it, all right? And end of the day, we're just way too close to all-time lows for me to really like it, all right? So just my 2 cents right there. ACB, look, I often say that this thing is late on profits, but on time to lose money, right? And what's it been doing? Just continually losing money, right? Is this one at all-time lows? It is, I thought, right? Yeah, it is. We keep going low. Sorry, it's stalled on me. We keep going lower and lower on the weekly, right? And I mean, on the daily, you see it, we do keep going lower and lower. We went from 84 cents to 70 cents. That's a drop down for sure, right? So Again, doesn't seem like a lot of sense, but it doesn't. Literally, you can see it. It takes 0.00 to make it even negative, right? Obviously, there's more decimals here, right? But just that's, you don't want your money in all-time lows. Look, bad things happen under the 8 and the 20. There's not too much to say here. Get over the 8, give me confirmation, and then we'll go from there, right? I like it when it gets close to the 8. Obviously, getting close to the 8 moving average is important. But yeah, if it fails, it just keeps going away. Then it'll come back and go away, then come back and go away. Like, this thing has done it. It's been near the 8 a bunch of times. But yeah, you got to break this. And really, you probably got to break that before. I mean, again, look, I try to be unbiased. This stock is just a little, there's so much this thing needs to prove. Obviously, there's so much to recover when it happens. And I'll say when, right? Because generally, stock should recover. I generally believe that in the long run, hopefully, knock on wood, this thing won't be at 70 cents, right? But yeah, we're here for the short moves. And until this thing does better with the 8 and the 20, there's really nothing going on here, right? And more than anything, I really do believe this needs to turn around before we start thinking, number one, Tilly's going to start running to the 200. Number two, we believe that the sector is going to do good. Because I'm telling you, if a sector is good, no one should be dying in all-time lows. You know what I mean? So markets aren't doing horribly either, right? So there's no reason that these things should be going down unless the sector's not doing well. And I keep saying it. I need more from the weed stock world for me to believe in the weed stocks individually, right? So yeah, all that said, look, if you disagree with anything, please throw it in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.